Welcome back. Getting in breaking inputs on the Delhi blast probe. In fact, these inputs coming in from Kashmir. Baramulla police have now escalated their action against the terror networks operating in the valley. On 12th of November, all formations of district police of Baramulla have executed a series of meticulously coordinated preventive operations across the district. The concerted initiative was aimed at fortifying internal security architecture, neutralizing subversive and law-defying elements, and reinforcing the overall climate of public order and civic assurance. During these operations, the following actions were undertaken. Of course, 6 individuals to begin with, linked with subversive networks, have been brought to police stations, bound down under law. 22 properties associated with OGWs were also searched. 20 OGWs were bound down. 2 were sent to jail under preventive detention. 2 individuals booked under UAPA as well. They've also been examined thoroughly. 1 bound down under preventive law. 8 bailed UAPA accused were identified for bail cancellation as well. 2 have been submitted before the competent court. Let's quickly go across to Ishan Vani, who's bringing us those breaking inputs. So, Ishan, clearly the Baramulla police have now swung into action. Take us through how multi-pronged this entire investigation and the entire crackdown is now, because we're also being told that there's an advisory which has been issued for all of these terror networks that have been circulating various kind of hate material on social media as well.
Yes, absolutely. There is crackdown, and there is crackdown also on hate. Anyone, trying to disrupt communal harmony will be treated with iron fist. And advisory has been also issued yesterday by J&K police, asking people to be sensitive towards the Delhi blast case and not to react in case of any emojis. But Baramulla police today has conducted extensive searches on individuals who have been passed linked to an overground network, or those who are associated with these outfits. And also there were certain Naka checks, and at certain places some individuals who still have some track record of being involved or being in touch with handlers were also booked. Some of them, proceedings have been started against some of them through court, and vehicles have also been thoroughly checked. Remember, Baramulla is a bordering area. It has Uri also subdivision as part of it, so it becomes important for the police to keep a check on the border related activity as well. And that's why these overground workers, Pakistan, POJK, people who have shifted to POJK have also been checked. Their families have been checked. Digital devices are being seized. 400 plus vehicles have also been checked. So this is not just limited to Baramulla, but other districts also, where similar kind of actions is being undertaken against Jamaat-e-Islami and other outfits, so that the entire network could be dismantled.
We saw a similar kind of exercise being undertaken when Operation Sindoor had started. Not to forget the fact that the operation is still very much on as we speak, Ishan. It had only taken a temporary pause. What is the role of OGWs that we are seeing, and why are they becoming this growing menace in the valley, even though there has been a massive crackdown right since Pahalgam?
Well, these handlers try to find new ways. They're sitting across comfortably and trying to ensure that they lure more number of youngsters into their fold. The thing that security agencies need to tap on is that how to break down that communication, how to preempt any youngster getting radicalized or anyone having a track record. That's why you're seeing that these raids are being conducted on those who are vulnerable, on those who could be again lured by these handlers because they have been in touch with them at once. So that's why these raids are being conducted, so that they don't stay in touch with these handlers. And even if any of them is in contact with these handlers, the contact is broken, the law takes its own course, they are booked, and then the action is followed. But there has been a sustained push from the other side, because local recruitment and local involvement in direct terrorism in J&K has gone down drastically. There has been almost 90% dip in locals being recruited. That's why they want to ensure that they are able to do it again by the means of digital communication. And because we're talking about white-collar terrorism, so it's important to highlight that white-collar terrorism operates in such a discreet way, and they don't come out in open. And that's why they're trying to lure more number of youngsters so that they could be part of their gang and group, so that they could create mayhem and chaos in the valley, because borders have been tightened, less number of infiltration has taken place, and that's what is challenging for these groups who are sitting across and trying to lure more number of youngsters, particularly professionals.
Ishan, given that the new resurgent phase of terrorism is white-collar terrorism, so any public institutions being rounded up by the security forces over there, whether it is the universities, the madrasas, can you share more information?
Well, yes, police has been trying to, go into different kind of programs in schools, in universities, trying to reach out programs. Even recently, if my memory is right, a month or so back, I saw several police stations reaching out to youngsters in schools and inviting them to police station. There's a phase in Kashmir in the 90s when it was all scary, even people were scared to reach out to the police because of the situation. But now police is trying to reach out to the young minds, be the schools, be the institution from a very lower level. So there's a confidence being built in their own police, and they're able to come to the police station and freely speak to them and tell them how policing works, how the law works, because the system was defunct in a way that it wasn't able to operationalize in such a manner they would go for public engagement, because there was a lot of law and order challenge, there was stone pelting, there was militancy challenge, and that is what prompted people to get a little distant from police. But now police is trying to ensure that they are able to tap into young minds, communicate to them, go to schools, reach out to colleges, participate in different programs, tell them that how policing is important for the society, so that they don't get lured by them. But this is a transitional phase, possibly. That's what my analysis is, that when there's a transition happening, when law and order is trying to get hold of each and everything in Kashmir Valley, so that there is no further decay in terms of the situation in Kashmir, and young minds do not go towards radicalized and then prove harmful for the society and their parents at large.
All right.